Good evening, everyone. I do hope you're doing well. I am the Plague Doctor. I come to you today because I wish to talk to you about something important. This will be a multi-sectional video where I will have not one, two, or three, or four, more likely 5 to 10 videos discussing what I mean. I do wish to bring up personal responsibility. There's many things in the world that we don't take responsibility for that I do believe we should be doing. There's a lot of things we bring up to our children that we don't have in the modern world. One of the many things I wish to bring up is Christmas, the holidays themselves, how materialistic they've become. They seem to burden the mind of children with the idea that holidays represent gifts. This is a major downside, I fear, because they will no longer respect the idea of what the holidays are about. The next is the idea of respecting responsibility of information. We almost worship news sources these days. They almost become a cow deity, as you wish, for biblical times for reference. What I mean by this is we no longer question them. This is absurd, really. If we refuse to question the very sources of information that we get, then what are we left with other than just something we're following one opinion? This is kind of absurd for a human race to live like that. Many other things I do wish to bring up, many times with social media as well. The idea of, I believe his name was Ninja. He made a statement that many find controversial, many support, and many really don't care about it. But he does make good points, and we'll bring that up as well. One of the other things that seems to bother me about people these days is the responsibility and personal responsibility of the children. I hear many things that when they say, I love my child, they love what the child gives them. I think this is absurd because you should be giving everything to your child and expecting nothing from them. It's what you're a parent. That's why you're there, to raise them, educate them, show them how to be better than what you are. That is your personal responsibility. Yet we fail to see how often they affect our lives. Now, if you excuse me 1 second, the kitten seems to want in. Apparently, she's given up the idea of coming in. Back to the topic at hand. Personal responsibility for your children, for your life, and for anything else involved in it is becoming shorthand. This is one of the many things I do wish to bring up. In the world we see a beautiful idea that we can grow up and live freely. That is the Western world. However, this idea of freely comes at a great cost. Many have died for it, and we don't take responsibility for the costs of our freedom. We throw it around like we have an idea of what it actually means, and we don't. We throw around the concept, oh, you can't say that, or you can't say that, so I'm sorry, that's not how it works. Everyone's allowed to have an opinion. Personal responsibility of information blows my mind when you come across people that say, business can't delete me, that's our freedom of speech. With the smallest amount of personal responsibility and information, you'll slowly realize how much of a fool you are when those responsibilities and those rights only tie to the government, not some company. Do something about it. Have some personal responsibility. Stand up if you're upset about something. Don't sit there and complain. I don't understand why people do that. I'm having difficulties with that, and it makes me upset. There is many times in the past I couldn't properly express myself. And because of that, I failed my own personal responsibility. I am no perfectionist. There's days I hate myself about this, and I won't lie about that. Days when I look at myself and I say, God damn, if you expect other people to have personal responsibility to this level, then so should you. And I think that's something people are not doing in their lives anymore. Looking around at the end of the day and realizing I could have improved myself today. And they know where they could have improved themselves with personal responsibility. And they know where the next day could be a better day because they know that if they go that one step further, other people will have a little bit more respect for them. Admiration. People who stand tall and have confidence among themselves and know where they stand have great strength of character, great personal responsibility. We view them as leaders. Well, we used to. Now they're what? Some kind of supremacist, some kind of whatever, because you don't like the idea that these people will stand and fight for what they believe in. And I'm talking about real things. You have some little issues with your little personal ideals, suck a muffin. Have a national ideal. Canada, America, they're great places. They are. Europe is an amazing place. But when you don't have a group of people who stand and say, I am a Canadian, this is what our country is. I am an American. These are my rights. I will stand for them. I will bleed for them. I am a Britishman, an Englishman, apologies. I will fight for these. And when men cower, castles fall. And frankly, I'm watching a lot of castles fall these days. So, in the future videos I'll be bringing up shortly, these will be my discussions. Those will be my points. And at the grand finale of it all, the last video, I do hope to show you how a little bit more personal responsibility in your life, maybe being a little bit more observant in the information you receive about the world around you, and maybe being a little bit more open-minded and having some personal responsibility and understanding the world is not seen through your eyes, seen through a million eyes. So let's try seeing through some of theirs. Much love, my friends. Take care of yourselves. Have yourself a great night. I'll always be there for you. This has been the Plague Doctor. Take care.